But I think I kind of got used to it, and I used to get sad about it, but now that I'm like older, I'm 20. I think back on it, I'm like, if I didn't lose my sight, I might have not met people that I met. Like, you and I met because we were in adaptive PE together, and then I met Cecilia because of, like, we were in the special ed bus.
That's true.
And
very good point.
And then I also learned Braille, which is pretty cool.
She taught me some Braille stuff, and I remember she wrote my name in Braille once, and I was like, this is so cool! I wish I knew it all the way, but I mean,
I
it
can
was
still
fun.
teach you, though. I need to buy a Braille writer.
I'm down. Teach me. Alright! Like I said, we only got 3 questions. So let's answer those 3. The first one was... We'll get the first one out of the way because I found it to be pretty freaking funny. That came in from my friend Cassandra Amaya, better known as Cassie. She's Cassie Michelle on Facebook. What up, Cassie, if you're watching this thing?
Hi.
She wanted to know... So, this question is for you. Why did you trip her when we all went to high school together?
Oh, first of all, I didn't see her, so I'm sorry again. I know I apologized on Facebook, but still sorry. I literally didn't see you.
She tripped her with her cane, apparently. But for the record, I just want to put it out there. Cassie is clumsy as fuck. Excuse my French, but she is. And sometimes she brings it upon herself. Cassie, I love you, but you know it's true. Although my best friend, Aranya, my other best friend, he's way more clumsy than her, so. I don't know, but I thought that was a funny question, so I just had to ask you. Alright, I'm going to get to the questions on my trusty phone. I need a new phone case, you guys. I have a Love Bites one. It's an AJ phone case, and I can't stand AJ's dumbass anymore, and I need a new one, and the only reason why I still have it on here is because it protects my phone. Shout out to whoever's watching this. Buy me a new phone case. Maybe a Ronda Rousey one. Maybe a Shayna Baszler one, because we all know that Shayna Baszler is my cutie. Okay. Focus now. The first question that I got was from my friend Robert Bernardi. I don't even know if that's how you say your last name, and if I've been butchering it my whole entire life, not my whole entire life, but for the past month that I've known you, please excuse me, but I think it's Robert Bernardi. His question for me was, do the bars in handicapped restrooms actually help me? Because to him, he found them completely useless. And he thought that maybe, like, grip chains would be better so I could pull up. You know, like grip chains hanging from the ceiling to pull up. For me, personally, at first, they were a total hindrance, and I didn't understand why the hell they were there. Because, no, they didn't help me at first. Because at first, I used to stand in front of them, and I would grab it like this. And it would be hard for me to maintain my balance for that long. But now that I'm older and I've been, able to figure out ways to make it better for myself, it does help me. Because what I do when I use the restroom is I put my chair on the side of the toilet. And then, so, for example, this handle right here, since you could see this one, this handle right here is on the side of me. And then the bar is on the other side of me. So what I do is when I stand up to use the restroom, I literally take both handles and stand up this way. I'm not going to stand up all the way because I'm going to fall right now. But that's what I do. Like, I use one bar, the one that's attached to the wall or whatever, I use it on this hand, and then my chair will be on the side of me, and then I use it to pull up, and then whoever is helping me use the restroom will just pull down my pants, and I just take care of my business, and that's that. So to answer your question, at first, it wasn't a help because I didn't know how to use them properly, but now that I've figured out a more efficient way, they are helpful. Although, grips from the ceiling probably wouldn't be a bad idea either. That way I could literally pull myself up and just hang this way. I don't know, maybe people should try that. And it sounds interesting. This next question is for both of us. And it comes from our former government and econ teacher, David McMillan. If you're watching, hi, Mr. McMillan.
Hello.
Buy me a Dr. Pepper. A caffeine-free one, though, because I can't drink caffeine anymore. Why? Don't ask, but I just can't. Question. Let's see. People are bothering me on Facebook.
Me or you?
Huh?
What?
No, I said people are bothering me on Facebook.
Oh, I thought you said you.
Okay. McMillan, I was going to say David's question, but that just sounds really weird. Mr. McMillan's question was, what do you hate the most? What have you learned to do that made your life better? How has it impacted your relationships? And is intimacy inhibited by your disability? So there's multiple questions there. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go?
I'll go first. What's the first one? What do I hate?
First one is, what do you hate the most about your disability?
Obviously that I really can't see, but that's like physically it's the kind of obvious one. But I think one of the reasons is, I can't think of one right now. I think it's kind of all the doctor's appointments and surgeries. Because I don't mind not being able to see it, just you get used to it. But I think just all the stuff that you have to do if you can't see, you have to basically have to use Braille, which I don't mind. But I mean, at first when you're getting used to it, it's kind of a hindrance, and you have to find a way to adapt to it. And I think the most it's just the surgeries because I'm afraid of needles. And that freaks me out. So I think that's one thing I hate is the surgeries or eye procedures.
Good. I'll go next. Or do you want to like alternate, or do you just want to answer all of them first?
I can alternate better.
Okay. What I hate the most. There's a lot. I'm just kidding. Not really. Probably having to wait on other people, because like I said, I can't fully use the restroom by myself. And that can get very annoying because, say, for example, like I said, I could stand up by myself. But in order to stand up, I need both my hands. So I need someone to help me pull down my pants. So, say, for example, if I have to piss really bad and there's no one around me, then I have to wait until I have to pee. And sometimes it causes me to have accidents. Or say if I'm out and about, and I'm like at the movies, because I like to go to the movies by myself because out in Ontario you get in for free if you're in a wheelchair. Okay, but say for example I'm watching the movie and then I have to pee. Then I can't pee because there's nobody with me and it's just me. And that's probably the one thing I hate the most, because I have to constantly depend on other people. Yeah, sure, I've learned to do a lot of things on my own, but there's just some things that I can't physically do on my own because of my disability, and that can be very frustrating because I'm a very independent person, so when I have to depend on other people or bug people, I guess you could say, sometimes it makes me feel like I'm a burden to them because I'm making them do things that they necessarily probably don't really want to do. So, yeah, that's probably the one thing I hate the most. That or the severe pain that my legs have to go through every now and then. Like right now I'm pain-free, but sometimes the pain randomly hits me and it feels like there's a burning sensation inside my leg. Or sometimes it feels like literally someone took a hammer to my leg and just like, you know, and it's horrible. So those are probably the top two things that I hate the most about my disability. Next question that Mr. McMillan had. I can't call you David. I don't know why. You're not even my teacher anymore, but it still feels weird. My best friend just sent me something. I don't even want to look to see what that is right now. How has it impacted... No. What have you learned to make your life easier?
I've learned a lot of things, I think. Braille is one thing, though I don't use it that much anymore, which if my former Braille teacher, Miss Nelson, is watching, she's probably not that happy. She's like, I didn't teach you Braille for like 4 years, so you won't use it anymore. But I think one thing is I kind of adapted to not seeing things. Like when I walk around, I just don't even, like I could walk around my house without the lights on. I can do a lot of things without seeing them. Like connecting like into like a light outlet or something. Mm-hmm. I can do it without seeing. They might take a while, but I'm not going to put my fingers on it because I don't want to get electrocuted or anything. But that wouldn't be good. And one thing Vanessa noticed is like when she asked me, can you show me a book, I would just randomly get it from the bookshelf. How
the hell did she do that? I have no freaking clue. Like I was like, hey, where's your book, Dorothy Must Die? It's a book that I got her for her birthday. I mean, obviously I knew where it was, but then she's just like, oh, it's right here. Like, she didn't even have to look at the bookshelf. She was like, oh, it's right here. Boom. I want to be able to do that. That's freaking awesome.
Yeah, but I think one thing that I kind of learned, I think it was because it was gradually, I think I started doing that maybe after eye surgeries where I'm completely blind for like a month. I just kind of had to get used to it. And I didn't even notice it until people started pointing it out. And then, yeah, what else was I? Yeah, that's pretty much one thing that I think has helped pretty much, is kind of adapting to doing things without seeing. Because even if I try, I can't see. I'm trying to look at the outlet. I only see like a little square, and I can't really see anything other than that.
What have I learned to better help me? That life is life. No, I'm just kidding. No, but really, that probably has been one of my biggest life lessons, because when my mom passed away in 2011 in August, I kind of was thrusted into adulthood. I was only 19, and I mean, yeah, I'm already an adult, but at that time my mom was like the one that was paying the bills and all that stuff. And after she passed away, it was kind of like, hello, I'm an adult now and I have to take care of myself. Of course I have my family with me, but it was kind of like I was forced to grow up pretty damn fast. And that was really hard, but it kind of like just taught me that sometimes shit in life happens that you can't control, and you kind of have to take your ball and run with it, you know. And that's one thing. But other physical things, probably learning how to take a bath on my own. Before, my mom would be the one that like helped bathe me and stuff, but now that I live with my oldest brother Anthony and my sister-in-law Nancy, they've kind of taught me how to take a bath on my own. Like, I have a back scrubber that helps me reach my back and stuff, and then I washed up with the washcloth and stuff. However, the one thing that I still can't do is get out of the bathtub because it's wet and it's slippery and it's dangerous, so my brother still has to lift me out. But I can get in and, take care of everything on my own. And that just makes me feel liberated, like, oh, I can wash myself up now. Like, I don't have to let other people do it. There's that, and that's been really helpful and just made me realize that I can do things. Another thing is traveling on transits by myself, like, buses and trains. Before, when my mom was alive, like, God bless her, may she rest in peace, but she was always overprotective and never let me go anywhere by myself.